Like me, I can relate to him.
You must gain control.
No kidding. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, November 22nd, and it's the day before Thanksgiving. Since I haven't made a whole bunch of progress on Box Wars, I decided, well, what the heck, I'm going to start my Star Wars Ultimate Marathon today, in which I watch one episode or series of episodes for a TV series of Star Wars per day in chronological order leading up to episode 8. So I'm starting with, of course, the first film in the saga, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, after my rewatch, I'm going to be revisiting the movie and sort of rescoring it, but not with the traditional movie score thing that I've done before. I'm going to be looking at best moment, best acting, worst acting, most overrated character and most underrated character, favorite musical piece, and finally, its ranking in the saga for me personally. Now, since The Phantom Menace is not very well liked among most of the vocal fan community, don't expect me to be cheering throughout it, but don't expect me to be scowling at the screen and making a nasty commentary either. Let's get this show on the road and start the Star Wars marathon. I'm getting excited now.
All the of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events. The Supreme Chancellor secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, woohoo! The guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy to settle the conflict. Jedi Knights, okay, you got me.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, that's not good. 4.5 minutes in and I'm already yawning. Whee! Lightsabers! I was like, that's cool. I was like, oh yeah? You don't want to talk? I'll make you talk. I'll come through the door. Jedi. I love the way Obi-Wan deals with the battle droids. He's so casual about it. I love you.
I expect.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mr. Stay. Mr. Jar Jar Binks. Mr. Your humble servant.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, but it is. It is demanded by the gods, it is.
I know I'm in the minority, but I love Jar Jar. He's got the most livelihood of any character in this whole movie. He's funny.
A local.
What did you say?
That's what I like about Qui-Gon. He has absolutely no prejudice at all.
Jar Jar Binks.
I have to say, Jar Jar is the only thing my mom likes about this movie. She thinks he's hysterical. And she doesn't like Star Wars. There's always a bigger fish. I like that line.
Process them.
The way he said that, it sounds like he wants them to put him through a meat grinder or something. Process them. Easy with the droids that he can get rid of with no problem at all. Qui-Gon waits until the other thing makes the first aggressive move. Qui-Gon is like the perfect Jedi. I think from like this point on, Qui-Gon really... Liam Neeson stole the show on Tatooine. He's really good.
Some indigenous tribes and scavengers. A few spaceports like this one are havens for those that don't wish to be found.
Like us.
Looks like the place I used to live. People come down on Jake Lloyd for his acting in this movie.
I'm a pilot, you know.
I think he did a better job than Natalie Portman. Way better.
You're a pilot?
Because he acted like a kid.
How long have you been here?
He was just more or less himself.
3, I think.
It wasn't his fault about the dialogue, but he acted like a kid.
She lost this betting on the
I don't get
slave.
how so many people came down on him.
My name is Anakin.
And the poor kid's got so many problems now.
I don't fully understand. This is a strange place.
And maybe I've got a soft spot for Anakin because he reminds me of My nephew. Kind of like Christmas lights. If not, all of them are plugged in, they won't work.
He's perfect.
Way to go, Padme. You just gave him an ego problem for the rest of his life. I actually had the chance of meeting Ray Park back at 10 years ago, and I'm still kicking myself that I didn't take them up on it, because from all accounts, he's just the sweetest guy.
Only Jedis carry that kind of weapon.
Perhaps I killed a Jedi and took it from him.
I don't think so. No one can kill a Jedi.
That was so.
I love the rapport that got established between Qui-Gon and Anakin. It was great. I love
Have you come to free us?
the way they work together.
I think you have. Why else would you come?
So what does he do? He gets his whole mouth stuck in there. Sounds like me when I'm on Novocaine. He cheated. He totally cheated. I thought of the perfect movie quote from another movie that would apply to Anakin at this age. He's not happy unless he's going Mach 2 with his hair on fire. Woo! Somebody needs to cut together this scene and the scene in episode 6 where the two speeder bikes are sort of like father, like son. That also parallels the chariot race. That's gonna be a big mess to pick up later.
I just can't do it. Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
I hope so. Yes. I guess.
Then we'll see each other again.
I will come back and free you, Mom. I promise.
See, it always gets to me.
Now, be brave. Don't look back. Don't look back.
That scene is twice as hard for me to watch. Since, my niece and nephew moved away. All I'm thinking is, oh gosh, poor Ray Park. He must have been roasting in that black woolen cloak in the middle of Tunisia. Ugh.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
From the beginning,
I sense much fear.
Master Windu and Anakin don't really get along. Master Windu is kind of like, no, it's against the code. I don't trust this kid. Get him out of here. Kind of dismissive of Anakin. And Anakin, you can see from the beginning, does not really like him.
Your Highness,
Ready my ship.
Please, Your Majesty, stay here where it's safe.
Said the spider to the fly.
It is clear to me now that the Republic no longer functions.
So,
speak to us. Telling us
the midichlorians do not determine whether or not a person has the Force. They determine whether or not they can use the Force. The Force is in everything because it's, like Yoda says, it's created by all living things. So there is still a mysticism about the Force. Do I like the idea of midi-chlorians? But I don't see what the big uproar is about them. You just need to listen a little closer. Okay, here we go. Oh, those eyes. That still creeps me out.
We'll take the long way.
Oh. Those are really, really cool hero shots there. Whoop.
Why not told me to stay in this cockpit? So that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Anakin's always had a penchant for spinning, even as Darth Vader. Yeah, take a break, take advantage of it. That's one thing I love about Qui-Gon. He's really calm and collected, but a really good fighter, but he also knows when to slow down. The way Jar Jar runs reminds me of Jack Sparrow, I have to say that. Oh, no. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Best part of the fight right here. And the speed, especially this sequence right here. Woohoo! I love that. Oof. Ooh, yeah. That sucks.
What's that? It's blowing up from the inside.
We didn't hit it.
Oh, by the way, that lady, first official female pilot in Star Wars, so let's give her a hand. Okay, I am sorry. He got cut in half, his vital organs are cut off, so did his spinal cord. He did not survive that. Plus that fall? No, I'm sorry. Darth Maul is dead.
Always true. There are no more, no less. A master and an apprentice.
But which was destroyed? The master or the apprentice?
And this is the part where the audience goes, he's standing right there! And Portrait and Iris out. Okay.
Okay guys, there you go. That has been my rewatching of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Recap. Best moment in Phantom Menace? Obviously the end battle. That's really, really exciting and it's fun and ouch. And it tells the story. Worst moment in Episode 1, any scene that involves politics. I'm so sick of politics in real life and in movies that I just want to, I want to cover my eyes or skip that part or something. Best acting in Episode 1, Liam Neeson, hands down. He stole the show. Second best, probably Ewan McGregor. He gets way better in Episode 2, but Episode 1, he did a decent job. Worst acting? No, it's not Jake Lloyd. I'm sorry. Natalie Portman. She was capable of way better, even back then. Her eyes were completely flat, her delivery was flat, so is Keira Knightley as her, decoy. So, yeah, Natalie Portman and slash Keira Knightley, worst acting in episode 1. It was just, oi. Most overrated character in episode 1? Darth Maul. Yeah, he's a really, really good villain, but I honestly think everybody likes him way too much, and I'm still ticked off that he was resurrected in the Clone Wars. I cannot be any happier that he finally died in Rebels, but, in my mind, he's always been dead. I do not accept that canon ever, because, like I said, he gets cut in half, he's dead! Most underrated character in episode 1, I have to say it, Jar Jar. I really don't get why he earns so much outright hatred from a lot of people. I just don't get it. He's the liveliest of any character in episode 1. I look at him as sort of a, special education case. It's really a sad state when somebody who can't help how clumsy they are, or that they don't know any better about something, they can't help it, and that's no reason to have such hatred toward them. I mean, favorite musical piece in episode 1? Anakin's theme. Yes, Duel of the Fates is a really good piece, but I have to say Anakin's theme is hands down best piece in episode 1. And finally, the ranking in the saga films. Ranking within the Star Wars saga, episode 1, I have to say it, I don't think it's as bad as other ones, but it falls pretty near or at the bottom. So there you go, guys. That has been my Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace rewatch and review. Stay tuned, because tomorrow I'm going to be watching and reviewing Attack of the Clones, and get to see my reaction to various points in that one. This is probably going to take quite a while to edit, so don't expect this until tomorrow. But that's all for today, and until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys.